guys! Today we are going to be talking about a ton of our all-time favorite drugstore products basically. This is going to be kind of a drugstore starter kit, or if you're already into makeup and you don't necessarily need a starter kit, these are a lot of our favorite drugstore products that we basically rely on a lot of the time. And some of them are better than a lot of our higher end products.
Yes.
So it's not really just for starters.
Yeah, just for starters. But these are great products.
This is also going to be kind of a really good idea of some items that you can throw into your kind of back to school makeup routine, because a lot of these can just be quick and easy type things.
Right.
And you don't have to get every single thing that we talk about. And I know Rachel, she uses just concealer and some bronzer and eyeshadow mascara. That's it. So if that's all you want to take from it, then
yeah, definitely a great way to, if you're a beginner in makeup, just to kind of pick and choose some things that you can just, throw on quick and easy, and inexpensive.
Yes.
So anyway, so we'll just go ahead and get right into it.
Yes, because this is going to take us quite a while.
Yes. All right, before we get started, we do want to remind you we have a current giveaway going on. It is our back to school giveaway, and so we will have that in the description below. So when you're finished watching this video, you can head over and take a look at that one.
So first thing that we are going to talk about, primer was kind of an iffy thing to kind of include because
as a starter.
Yes, as a starter, you don't necessarily need a pore filling primer. You don't necessarily, there's a lot of things that you don't really need, but I thought that this would be a good one to include because, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, and it just gives your skin this gorgeous luminous glow from within. And a lot of primers,
even underneath foundation,
a lot of primers like that, you can't see it over your foundation, so it's kind of just like a pointless thing. But with this, it is stunning. I love it so much.
It is really pretty. I mean, you just put it on and it just gives you this luminosity. It's so pretty. Okay, so my favorite, and you can see it in our all-time favorite videos, this is the Superstay by Maybelline, the foundation. It's full coverage. If you have blemishes or whatever to cover up, or just maybe some spotting or whatever, this will cover it up in one go. So, beauty blender, pat it on, and you're good to go. It covers really well. It blends really well. So this is super great for starter or not. And
if you're kind of starting off and you don't necessarily want a full coverage, but you want something that technically can be, this is kind of a medium to full coverage. I love it so much. It does have a weird scent to it that if you've heard anybody talk about, then they say it smells like paint, and it kind of does.
But it goes away.
It does go away.
Once you get it on your skin,
right,
you don't smell it after it goes on.
But it is really good, and it lasts all day, at least on me and my skin type. But yeah, I would recommend this.
It's a good one. Okay, so for concealers, we have the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and this is super simple to use. Basically, I'm not going to turn it because it will come out. It's got a little sponge, so it's built in just to go ahead and sponge on, but you turn the cap and the concealer goes right up into the sponge, and you just tap on and you're good to go.
So another really good concealer that is super good coverage is this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I actually reach for this over my Tarte Shape Tape. That's not to say that it's better, but the price is a portion of the Tarte Shape Tape, and I think that this is just as good. So for the price of this and the quality of it, I do reach for this over Tarte Shape Tape because I know it's easier to replace this whenever I run out than to replace the Tarte Shape Tape. So this, for me to be choosing over Tarte Shape Tape, has to be really good, and it is. So I'm going to quickly talk about some of my favorite powders. She actually only basically uses Mary Kay. So I guess this is on me to talk about. The Coty Airspun, you can find this I think at Walmart. or at least that's the only place that I have found it. It is so good, and if you have really dark circles, then this is especially good because it does have a little bit of extra coverage, especially if you get the translucent extra coverage one. That way, whenever you put it on, it does conceal your under eye bags even more than just your concealer alone. So this is really good. It's not necessarily bad on the face, but I don't normally use it on the face, or I haven't been recently. I used to all the time, and then I was trying to get rid of this because it's in this is in my project pan, just because I don't normally use a pressed powder. So this is actually a really good one, and the only reason it's in my project pan is because I don't normally reach for a pressed powder. I always go for a loose powder. But since I am trying to get rid of this, this is the one I've been using, and I absolutely love it. It's just not what I normally use, but it is super good. It keeps your makeup on all day. You don't normally have to touch up. I'm not like a super oily girl, so if you are super oily, you might have to touch up, but I mean, this keeps your makeup on all day. So last one that I'm going to talk about is this Rimmel London Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. And I'm so glad they put the word silky in there, because that is exactly what your face feels like when you use it. It is so silky and so smooth, and it just like blurs out your face, and it gives your, like, it almost gives your face like a filter, and it is so good. I
may have to try some of those. I've just always been stuck on Mary Kay, so, and it's not necessarily the best price point.
Yeah.
So next we're going to talk about bronzer, and this is an all-time favorite kind of both of ours. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It is so silky and so blendable. It's just the best drugstore bronzer that there is out there.
Yeah, and I actually reach for that over my like Hoola, and like any of my high end, I reach for that over it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's got kind of a little mirror, you know, it's got your bronzer and then it's got the mirror. It's a super cool package too.
So next is my absolute favorite part of my makeup routine. It is the highlight. So this is the Wet n Wild Makeup Glow highlighting powder. This is in the shade Blossom Glow, and this gives you the prettiest, most blinding highlight for drugstore. Like, this is better than a lot of high end, and that's saying
a lot,
because there are a lot of good high end ones, but this really gives every single one a run for its money. Like, no joke, it is my all-time favorite.
All right, next we're going to talk about some eyeshadow palettes. These are super affordable, and with every single one of them you can get an entire look. These
you can get more than just one look.
You can get several looks out of one palette. This is the Maybelline City Mini palettes, and there are what, 6 or 8? There's quite a few.
There's quite a few, yeah.
All different colors. You know, you've got your greens, some, you know, more kind of out there colors, your neutrals,
my favorite,
and then some pinky. But these, like I said, you can create different looks out of one palette. They're super inexpensive. They go on well. They're pigmented. They blend well. I mean, you can throw it in your makeup bag and you can be ready.
Yeah, and it's also really great because they are kind of smaller, so they don't take up a lot of room like other eyeshadow palettes.
Yeah.
So brows, this is the Essence Make Me Brow, and this is basically a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow. I mean, it's pretty good, and it's a really quick, just kind of comb through the brows and you're done. Normally, if I'm gonna go kind of full glam like I am today, then I will use a pencil and then I'll kind of set it with this. And this does have like fibers, so it makes your brows look even fuller. So I really love that.
Now we're gonna go to mascara. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is actually a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and it has the hourglass wand, but it's not like some of the other ones that have like a super hourglass. So this goes on really well. It lengthens, it volumizes, and I absolutely love this.
So another really good mascara. This is actually like, I almost think that it's better than Lash Paradise, but I mean, they're both kind of like on the same level. I was actually putting this on today, and Rachel walked in whenever I had just gotten one done, and she kind of like looked at me and she was like, whoa, your lashes are like so long. And I was like, I know, right? And so I had her like kind of watch, because she's not really into makeup and she doesn't like really know how to apply makeup, and so I found that out today apparently. But I was putting it on my other lash, and she was like, your lashes are like growing as you're putting that on. I was like, yeah, it's like really good. And she was like, she basically was like, but you put on so much, because I do a few strokes. She literally does just like one stroke and done. And I was like, Rachel, that's all you do. You have to do like a few strokes, you know, you have to really get it on there to get anything out of your mascara. So I mean, if you're not getting enough length or volume or whatever, try putting more or something. I don't know. I didn't know that she did that until today, but I thought that was really funny.
But I guess it is worth the hype.
Yes, it really is.
All right, the next thing that we're going to talk about is some lippies. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. These feel so good on your lips. And I love the wand, the applicator, because it's not super large. It has a doe foot.
It doesn't pick up too much.
Right, it doesn't pick up too much. I've got a couple lippies that the wand is like literally that big, and it picks up so much product, and you feel like you're just kind of swiping it everywhere, and then you have to go back and, you know, do a little bit more precision. This is not like that, and it feels so good, so creamy, so silky going on. They're not huge packaging, so they just, you know, slip in your purse, your makeup bag, whatever. Super, super simple, super great.
So the last type of products that we're going to talk about are the setting sprays. So I have the Milani Make It Last setting spray, which I really, really love. It does make it last all day. I would say both of these are comparatively like as good as the Urban Decay All Nighter. So it's just kind of preference. I'd say that they're both just as good. I've obviously not tested them out for like 16, 17, 18 hours. Like, I'm never up that long and like have makeup on for that long, so I don't know which would, because this claims 16-hour wear, whereas this one, it doesn't have any claims of how long, so I don't know which one would really last the longest, but they're both really good and they're both really affordable. So yeah.
Alright guys, that is it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure to hit that notification bell so you're notified each and every time we post.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are Glam and Glamour on all of them. And until our next video,
bye!